Hey guys, Real Shocker 96 Hedgehog here with our WWC Finals Team Builder. I'm gonna break the fourth wall, guys. I actually just recorded this video. Then I looked at the pattern, and I do like to kind of make my team builders a little lengthy, but I didn't realize it was lengthy, as in 43 minutes lengthy. And I think for a team builder, that's incredibly way too long of a team builder. So I'm gonna try to kind of dial it back about what I said. I'm gonna kind of rush through the team because I already talked about great lengths of what it does and everything like that. But we're going to get Sparky and the Thunderous down under us. And this is going to be a very hard matchup for us, but I think it's a matchup we can win if we play our cards right. But yeah, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Join the Push Rocker crew today because you'll be feeling the king of the crew. With that being said, let's break down this matchup. So Sparky's team does consist of Slowking, Mienshao, Mega Absol, Gliscor, Kieran Black, Spectre, Florges, Rotom Heat, Steelix, and Roserade. Looking at his bottom row, I don't think Steelix and Roserade come at all, even though, yes, he has good Steelix as a good option. I guess a good couple of things on my team, but does lose to a good couple of things as well. Rotom Heat does have a fair, viable option come as a really good Genesect answer, but again, Rotom does struggle against a couple of things on my team that cannot really break and or beat unless there's a Toxic Stalling shenanigan set, which would be really extremely annoying. And then Florges has a really strong matchup because there's only two Mons on my team that can actually resist Florges, and that was actually my first and second pick, being Genesect and Cinderace. Everything else on the team gets hit by fairy coverage by either super effective Nit or neutral Nit. Super effective or neutral on the offensive prowess. And then we also do Wish Protect. It can do even like Max Def. It can be Max Fizz Def. It can be mixed. It could have coverage. It could not have coverage. Like, there's just a lot of things on it. If I had to guess, it's going to be probably a Toxic Stall set. Or just if he brings it, which I would hate to see that because I hate Toxic Stalling. I know it's a viable set, but I hate it. It's stupid. But for his team, I think Slowking, Mienshao, Mega Absol, Gliscor, Kieran Black, and Spectre come. If he brings Florges and Rotom Heat, I think he drops Spectre, and I think he would possibly drop Slowking because those two to replace a special attacker and a bulky mon. So because Slowking, look at my team, Slowking kind of does struggle against a couple of things. But if he knows I'm not going to bring certain things, he definitely can be confident in bringing Slowking. Plus, I just think the natural defensive stat of Slowking is really good. Again, if he does not bring Slowking, oh dear love of God, that makes my matchup here even more 10 times better in my opinion. So that's going to be something to kind of factor in there. But Slowking, I think, comes just because it's not only defensively good. Mienshao either expect to be potentially choice banded with fake out or life orb / expert belt, potentially a barrier or substitute set with fake out. Just because fake out's actually really good against a couple of things on my team, which can actually stop a couple of things, weaken them down. I do also expect a choice scarf Mienshao. I need to find out if I see any recoil move damage from either life orb or anything like that. Just know if he's not life orb, then leads me to either ban scarf or potentially a berry / assault set. And if he's not life orb, he could be expert belt, so that's another thing I would also play a factor in. But I would not really expect expert belt Mienshao, if honestly. I could see it, but there's that. Mega Absol with Sucker Punch priority and then good coverage against my team. I think Sucker Punch might be the only move he runs, to be honest with you, because he can just weaken down my team and just put me in Sucker Punch ranges again. I mean, you only have an APB is really dangerous to go in this matchup, but other coverage options like something like Fire Coverage, Play Rough, and even maybe something like maybe knockoff or something like that. But again, just having just the coverage against my team is going to be really annoying. Gliscor I kind of expect to be more of a Spadef wall. It could be a little bit mixed, but I think more towards the Spadef side since its natural Fizz Def is really good and just having a really natural good invested Spadef set can just really put in a lot of work. Kieran Black, because he's sub life orb, I could see sub roost scale shot, but then having like icicles, like having freeze dry, like there's a good couple of options against this team. Like he could also potentially be scarfed, could also be potentially be banded. There's a lot of things right there. I don't know if he'll run heavy duty boots, honestly, because of the fact that my team doesn't really have a lot of hazards and spoils my ring hazards. And then Spectre, which I said before, I think like a Willow Hex set. Don't really bank on him being Specs. I could see him potentially being Colbur. I could see him being leftovers with Willow Hex, like I said. So a lot of things to factor in. So let's kick it off with our team here. First off, got Sunday, which could be potentially the win con of this game, with Citrus Berry, with Belly Drum, Drain Punch, Play Rough, and Protect. Protect is there to scout, because what I'm most likely going to probably do is potentially lead off with this Pokemon, and then just click Protect. Because if it's Mienshao, I want to protect for two reasons. One, I want to see if it does have Poison Jab, Because if Mienshou's a scarf set, it's poison jab, blaze kick, potentially close combat, or high jump kick if he feels confident with it. If it's not blaze kick, it's a fighting move, U-turn, and then either knock off or rock move potentially, which I think he would have to run rock move. So he either again could be and then potentially fake out as well. So it's like protect's really nice because it just scouts for that. If he does go for the U-turn on the turn right there, I have two options there. I either have the option to bank that he's scarfed slash choice banded, or I could take the gamble, stay in if he clicks poison jab. If it doesn't kill me, pops my citrus berry. But if it doesn't put me in range to where play rough, that where I get the boost, then there could be a bit of an issue right there. Because then at that point, I click Drain Punch against anything and everything against this team. And then play around again, click Protect. And if I see Fake Out, then BAM! I know that he is not scarred. And then I can actually be able to beat him and play around with him. So, very important things to state and notice in that matchup in that respect. But Slurp Up, once he gets out on Burden, outspeeds everything on his team, unless he's for some reason running Scarfed on his Spectreer, which I highly doubt he would. But otherwise, I outspeed everything once my Unburden pops, so very important one this week. A fantastic breaker, and I don't know how I say fantastic like that for some reason, but we have a phenomenal breaker here in Serena, which can actually potentially win the game itself, or just break hard for us, which is really great. 72 in HP, I forgot to this bulk, 44 and 4, just to give me a little bit of bulk, and then get the speed for that. Then we have Serena, which again has that 72 in bulk, which is not that much. This could be a purely offensive Serena. Max attack with enough speed to where, again, at the +1, we outspeed a speed crypt Spectre, but again, if he doesn't even reach Spectre at the +1 speed, I will 100% outspeed everything on his team. And something his choice Scarf, which he does have to bring at least one Scarf, where I feel like in this matchup, because a Looming Dracovish could be very threatening if he's not prepared for it. Excuse me. Rapid Spin gets the speed boost, and then these three attacks literally hit everything on his team for super effective to neutral damage. And obviously, Rotom is a bit of a problem, but if Rotom it takes a certain percentage and Rotom doesn't come in, high jump kick can 2 KO it. Or if we can put it in range to where it's a roll to get the high jump kill, then we can go for it. So very important. I do have to be careful because he could potentially protect as well. Excuse me, because when he sees Serena, he more likely thinks either two things. He either clicks player up or I click high jump kick and some certain things on his team. I'm sorry, I'm stretching right there. But Serena, phenomenal breaker, and I think it can definitely do work for us. It did work in that one game. Let's hope it doesn't. Little Mac has not been able to do anything for us this season, but I think this is going to be the game that he can actually put in some good work. But again, if he does bring a bit of a different team that we are fully expecting, then this Mon is completely useless in this matchup unless we can get rid of certain things, or we can down to a certain degree, to where we either get the KO on a plus certain stab, or we do something. So it's gonna really come down to that. But we were in bulk up throw chop, mock punch, and ice punch. Throw chop helps me one shot Spectre unless it's Colbert. It helps me 2 AKOing with max defensive Slow King. Ice Punch really there just for the glide score, and then Mach Punch priority was just really strong. He has a good chunk of his team as well, which is very important to know. That we're in max HP for bulk, and then speed, which is no speed to outspeed glide score. So the glide score does show up, and it does have either 4 speed. It shows me it's a speed tie, or he does have speed to outspeed certain things on my team that has no bulk or something like that. So that's something to be very, very mindful and very careful to consider. But yeah, I think Lomac can definitely do something here. We actually have Dracovish, my boy Munch, which I think could also win us this game, but if not, can provide a good support breaker in this matchup. Running the questionable set that I always bring every time, but it always works, is the exact same set I think I pretty much ran in APA. I might have ran Crunch last time. No, I didn't. I ran this set. Leech Life Sub, Vicious Run Outrage, this set really works. Again, outspeeding the glide score, which again, if he sees this thing, he's going to immediately just assume it's faster, and he's just going to swap out, or he's going to play Protect. And that's where we get the sub off, and that's where we can get click Vicious Run for free. Then we can click things like Outrage for free if he brings in like the Cure on Black or something, Just there's so many, like, he brings Florages, he brings Rotom, and they're not speed invested, and he's got Gliscor on the field, and half of his team cannot beat this thing, and half of his team can, he basically will have to guarantee throw away one or two of his mons that can kind of counter this, and then we beat it. Now, here's the problem. If he does bring Florges, as I do kill the Kieran Black with this, and let's just say, for example, doesn't break my sub, right? He could sub Roost and just wait until I hit myself in Confusion. There's a possibility of that. But again, I don't think it would let Dragovich get a free sub right there. Especially when Dragovich can do so much. And I think Dragovich really can put in a ton of work against his team, especially since it's Strong Jaw boosted. And I just think it can do a lot for us there. Up next, we have Horus here, which I've been battling a lot with. Ended up just going Yachi Berry, kind of a pseudo standard item to go over this matchup, but I think it's just going to be the item we need to use. Dual Dance can work if I position myself correctly to use Dual Dance. I think in my mind, the best way to set up our Dual Dance is to really think on what I need to click first. I feel like about 50% of the time it is agility and 50% it's nasty plot. It just really depends on what comes in against me. If it's Florges, I click Nasty Plot in front. I click if I see Florges, I click Nasty Plot. If I also see Rotom, I'm clicking Nasty Plot. So that's the big thing right there. If I see the Slow King, I click Agility. It just really depends on the options we have right there, and I think just overall, Moltres is going to be super, super, super good, and I think can really put in a lot of great offensive pressure. And then the MVP of the team, who's going to be able to go shiny for this matchup, which makes me really happy, is Genesect. And I showed this calc off, but we're not going to do it again. A max HP, max def, careful natured, Gliscor drops Techno Blast, and I'm taking a massive gamble with having this set. If Rotom's max HP, and depending if he's more Fizz Def or Spadef, it's gonna be more. I feel like he's gotta be more Fizz Def if I had to take a guess, because like I could see max HP, max defense working out for him, because it just well for one it'll definitely stop this. But if we can Rotom down to the degree where it's definitely not Scarf, and I can 2-8 KO with Techno Blast, especially with being a Chill Drive, it can definitely do the work. Dow's Drive was really good, but unless I already get prior damage off on the Gliscor, and I can two-shot it without it trying to constantly just stall with recovery and stuff like that, I can do it. But if I can't, then I can't. So it's gonna be one of those things where I have to just be careful and I have to be very mindful. It's gonna be very, very scary to kind of see what he needs to do against my team. But I think Genesect can really bounce us back here and we can put in the work. But yeah, that's gonna be the team, guys. Really do apologize. I have to re-upload this. Not really upload this, but redo this video for you guys because I really love you guys to get detail. But I'm not gonna make you guys sit through 40 minutes of a one video being a team builder unless it was something really important. So yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe. Hopefully we win our championship. If I lose, I'm not gonna feel so sad about it. But if I could win this, it'll be my 8th or 9th championship, which would make me so happy. But yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.